Welcome to Great Day Live. I'm Allison Godlove. Janelle is on assignment in New York. We're so happy you're joining us today, and hopefully you're having a great day so far as well. Well, it's time to enjoy the outdoors. It's hot, so you want to stay cool, but the Tampa Bay Juneteenth Festival is coming up. We are going to give you a preview of Rock the Block coming up in a minute, and the Lobster Boys will show us how to cook, eat, and enjoy lobster from your own kitchen. Father's Day is on Sunday, and while nearly all dads need to be celebrated, some truly deserve a special honor. Our next guest falls into that category. Akash has helped his daughter through an incredibly challenging medical journey, and he is joining us now with his precious 21-month-old daughter, Annika, as well as the organization helping this family, Casey Baines with the Casey Cares Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Annika. Hi, good morning. How are you? She's getting a little camera shy. She was very chatty earlier, but we're so glad that you're all here. So, Akash, could you just tell us a little bit about Annika's condition?
Yeah, so she was born with undiagnosed congenital diaphragmatic hernia, which means that kind of her organs were rearranged. Her liver was up in her chest, her right lung wasn't developed. This was a big surprise to our family, and you know, we're a medical family. I'm a plastic surgeon, my wife's a pharmacist, so we kind of had a little insider baseball, but we had no idea what it was like to be a patient. And so doing that whole journey with a 3-month ICU stay, 3 big surgeries for her when she was really little, that was pretty hard to navigate as a patient despite knowing the other side of things.
Sure.
So we really leaned on some of the help from organizations to help us through that process.
Yeah.
And now we have her today as a happy, healthy baby.
She is very happy. She was all over the place here this morning. A little tired. We wore her out
tired.
early. So sweet. So how's she doing now?
She's doing great. She has some residual things that we're dealing with, working on her growth, but overall we're getting her ready for school coming up. She's gonna be starting school and joining her peers, which we're really excited about. And I think that's the one thing we really want for all of our kids is some sense of normalcy. And I think throughout the process of when we were dealing with her, you know, in the hospital and everything, all the uncertainties that were going on, we lost our bandwidth for being able to achieve a sense of normalcy. And that's where we really got a lot of help from Casey Cares. And Casey Cares works with organizations to really help you offload some of that bandwidth where you're worried about everything going on with your child in the hospital, but you forget about the other things. Like the other children have stuff going on.
Right.
They want to have normal things. You want to have all the family events not just focused around the bad news or the good news or hanging on the ventilator in the hospital room. Things to just bring normalcy back for the entire family, so it's not such a rough experience for something that is pretty unfortunate, but it can come out really great.
Yeah, and Casey, we know what you do very well. You know, you're here on the show a lot, but how have you really stepped in? How does the organization step in and help somebody like Akash's family?
The great thing about Casey Cares is we're not there just to help the critically ill child, but the mom, the dad, the brothers and the sisters, whether they're in the hospital and need a new pair of cozy PJs, or at home because their immune system's depleted with movie and pizza night, or maybe it's time to get out in the world and to meet their favorite athlete and their hero. Whatever they need, whenever they need it, Casey Cares is there to help them along the way.
Yeah, and what's it like seeing Annika today and just seeing her smiling and happy? Now she's getting a little, she's like, oh, she's over it, huh? Annika,
She's waving.
Can you wave?
Hi.
Hi.
This is what it's about, guys. And Father's Day is coming up, and not all heroes wear capes. We hear that all the time. Our heroes, our dads in our programs, they have hospital badges on. They sleep in recliners. This is what we're celebrating, and this is what we celebrate every single day at Casey Cares, those little moments and lasting memories.
Yeah, what's this been like for you? You have other children as well, as you mentioned.
Yes.
What's this been like on your journey as being a father and, you know, having to, this is completely different from the other kids.
Totally, and I think that's really the important part, and I think maybe a great focus for upcoming Father's Day is really to enjoy and enhance normalcy. You know, the small things aren't small. There's a lot of people and families and fathers who don't have the opportunity to just have a normal day with their kids. So I think appreciating what we have in that regard with help from Casey Cares and even just with everyday things at home, you know, it's really hard to do, but putting down the phone and hanging out with your kids, because just those moments are really the ones that not everyone has a chance to have. And we're so lucky that, you know, we didn't know that we would have that opportunity with Annika to be able to sit up here on the stage off of oxygen and doing all the things that she's doing. And even when she cries, it's like amazing. She has like the lung capacity to cry.
Yeah.
So like being able to really appreciate the small things. And I think that's something that I think can think about for Father's Day. And when people ask me what I'm doing for Father's Day, it's kind of hanging out with the kids
Yeah.
and hanging out with the girls and
Makes the
making
day.
sure that we just have a good time, because that time's gonna pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Annika, can I get a high five?
Can you high five?
High five? Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And
Can you say
Casey, as
bye-bye?
always, thank you so much for what you do in the community. If people want to learn more and reach out to you, is the best way through the website?
Go to caseycares.org. You always hear it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
It takes a very caring community to raise a critically ill child. We have thousands of them. So please join our village. There's a million ways to help out. It will be the best thing you do all day.
Great. Thank you guys all for being here. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, the Tampa Bay Juneteenth Festival starts tomorrow, and we have a vendor in the kitchen. We're going to chat with them about what's coming up this weekend. That's right after the break. The 6th annual Juneteenth Festival Rock the Block kicks off this Friday. Here with us is Balaje Ajike, founder of Rock the Block, and Adrian Warnsley of Somebody's Coffee, one of the vendors at the event. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
6th annual, that's exciting.
Yes, it
How does
is.
that feel?
Exhilarating, exciting, a little nerves still because, you have to come with it each year, bigger and better. So that's always our motto.
Yeah, so bigger and better this year
Yes.
as well. But you're doing Topgolf again.
Yes.
So that must have been a hit last year.
Yes, our Family Fun Day was an incredible time. Everyone was excited. We had a great time. And we're excited to invite everybody back this year.
Back out. So Topgolf is on Friday.
Yes.
And then Saturday we head out to Raymond James Stadium.
Yes.
What can we find when we're there?
The kids zone is even better. We're going to have ponies and a petting zoo for the kids as well.
Love.
We're working on a game truck still, but because we want to make sure everybody's enjoying themselves, we're going to have 2 VIP tents this year. So we're just making sure that it's going to be immersive, and it's a whole lineup this year. It's really going to be a music festival, and so Tom G is going to be headlining, and we're bringing Jaden over from California to perform.
Awesome.
Yes.
Sounds fantastic. Of course, a lot of local vendors. Shop
Yes.
local is really important.
Important.
And Adrian, you're one of those
Yes.
vendors. Somebody's
Yeah.
Coffee. Tell us about it.
So Somebody's Coffee, we're a small coffee house in South St. Petersburg on 1753 Prescott Street, and we're the only one there. We also do events, but we're coming in with some partners of ours, Oja Wellness, so Pay from Oja Wellness, which does our teas there.
Okay.
And then we have Manny with Royal Diaspora Coffee, which is our coffee importer. So he imports our coffee, and we sell both of those products in our store. And then we have our own homemade chai that we make in-house, and we do specialty syrups as well there.
And you brought something you're gonna make for us this
I did bring
morning.
something to me.
What's this?
So this is a matcha latte with a homemade compote that we make at the in-shop. And this will all be at the event, and you can find us at Black Owned Tampa when you come in to see all the vendors.
Wonderful.
That'll be
So-
our tent.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna let you mix that up and you can make that for us.
Yes.
And the shop local piece is really important, but
Very
there's also a
important.
lot of community resources
Yes,
that are available too.
absolutely. Especially when we're going to be at Topgolf. We're going to have all of our speakers, panelists, everyone who's going to be at our event. They're going to be actually speaking and still providing those resources. So healthcare, especially youth advocacy, anything to engage parents. We're going to be making sure that all that is available. Even civic engagement as well is going to be available for people to enjoy.
Yeah. Adrian, why did you want to be a part of this, or why is it important for you to be out there on Saturday?
We are really deep in invested in our community. So to be in a community event, which is also a Black and Brown event specifically, really speaks to our mission. And we're not just a coffee shop. We do a lot of altruistic things with children in our community. So this is also a very family-friendly event, and it speaks to our ancestry. It speaks to what we're trying to do and accomplish here, and it also really speaks to the accomplishments of Black and Brown people in general.
Yeah. All right. Is that coffee ready for me to try?
It is.
I got a straw.
She got the straw ready.
You knew I was going to try. I already asked her if I could try it when I was out there. So can you just tell everybody the rundown of times and the days one more
Yes.
time while I try
If you
this?
come to Topgolf, we are going to be there from 11:30 to 2:30.
Oh, that's good.
3 hours of golfing, resources, and a fun time. And also breakfast is being served. And of course, Saturday at Raymond James Stadium from 2:30 to 9:30. So head over to rocktheblockinc.com. That's ROCtheblock.inc.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great time this weekend. Thanks. This
Yes.
is really good.
Thank you.
Go out and see her. Go get some coffee. All right. Will the sun be shining on Rock the Block, but also on Dads this weekend? We're going to look into the window to the weather, sponsored by JMI Windows and Doors, when we come back. It is time now for our window to the weather, sponsored by JMI Windows and Doors. And of course, Courtney is here to talk about all the events. There's a lot going on. Being
Of
Father's
course.
Day weekend, it's
Yes.
really busy. We, of course, just had Rock the Block here. So
Yep.
busy, and nice and hot. It was brutal walking outside this morning.
You know, and unfortunately, today's going to be one of those days that's considered dangerously hot. Feels like temperatures
Yeah.
today upwards of 110 degrees. So
It felt
you
like that
gotta-
right now in the morning.
I'm telling you, when we went on air at 5 o'clock this morning, it felt like 90 degrees in St. Pete. So it really never cooled off overnight.
No.
And we're going to do it all over again tomorrow as well. So
It's
the
sticking
weekend
around.
maybe a little cooler, but
Yeah.
it's all relative. It's still going to be hot.
All right, listen, the World Cup.
Yep.
USA plays at 3 o'clock playing Australia. There are some watch parties. The one in
Yep.
particular is at Janice Live. And this is at 3 o'clock. It's
Yeah.
going to be so fun. The last one at Al Lang Stadium last weekend looked amazing. But
Right.
3 o'clock is
3
hot
o'clock
in the
is
afternoon.
heat of the day. So you got to just make sure, biggest piece of advice, you just got to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your best friend would be, if you're doing anything outside, one of those like neck fan situations. You know?
Frozen, like ice
Yeah,
cold.
right? Like when you used to play sports as a kid and
Yep.
they give you those like frozen towels behind your neck. Just try to stay cool, because it is. While we're not necessarily going to worry about rain, it's just going to be so hot and humid. So
Yeah.
you need to just take the precautions to make sure that you're staying hydrated and, you know, drinking water along with other things today. Okay,
Yes.
we got to like go back and forth.
We know you're going to have a celebratory drink, but
Right.
also have a water with
That's
that too.
right. Extra important today.
That's smart. As we head into Saturday too, we're talking about the weekend. Maybe you're
Yeah.
going to start doing some things. They have a summer safety event, which this is actually really important in
Yeah.
Lutz, where we're talking about summer safety. You know, things like water safety, and
Right.
you can see some trucks and some car seat checks and things like that. But this is also in the afternoon.
Right, and it's going to be hot, so especially if you're doing things that are on, you know, pavement, blacktop. It's even hotter on that. So that's something you definitely want to keep in mind. But not necessarily worried about any rain for this if it's in the middle of the afternoon. Now, I will say, some model data does want to bring in maybe a few storms around lunchtime, even in the Tampa metro, and it does look like this goes around noon as well, between 10 to 1. So I'm not going to rule out maybe a quick passing storm for that event, but that honestly would probably cool things down a little
Yeah.
bit briefly. So that's something that we're watching for. Essentially, the forecast pattern over the weekend is a little tricky, so it's something that you kind of just got to stay tuned to. But there's maybe a possibility for an isolated storm across Tampa Bay in the
All right.
afternoon on Saturday.
All right, so then Father's Day on Sunday.
Right.
Listen, a lot of dads want to go golfing, they want to go fishing, they want to be outside. And then we also have Water Street. They have a market that
Yep.
you can go down and you can check out throughout the afternoon. That is from 10 until 2. So
Right.
that's like right when things are, I mean, you say heat up, but it's already
Right,
hot.
exactly. I mean, thankfully, I know a lot of the markets have been kind of shifting their hours a little earlier just to try to beat the heat of the
Yeah.
day. So at least you're kind of ending at the heat of the day. Still going to be hot, more than likely going to feel like the 90s through most of that event. But the rain does look like most of it will set up inland on Sunday. So don't necessarily have to worry about any rain for that. It really is just going to be the heat. And I hate to say that going into next week, because Sunday is also the official start of summer. And so we're this hot before summer even officially begins. Next week could be even hotter. So
Hotter than this week?
Hotter than this week. So we're kind of, you know, this week is preparing everyone for what could potentially be quite a hot
How
stretch
much
of days
more can
we
we
have.
take?
I know.
Everybody's been saying that. They're like,
know,
oh, we're already there?
Welcome to Florida, I guess.
It feels like, this is like August weather.
yeah,
We're
it's-
getting early.
This is July heat in June. So
Well,
yes.
stay cool out there.
Yeah.
Have fun at the same
Yeah.
time. Thank you,
Right.
Courtney.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. Okay, have you ever tried to cook lobster at home? Well, our next guest, they are connecting you with fishermen to make that process maybe just a little less intimidating. Travis and Justin Madeira, they are the founders of Lobster Boys, and they are here with us in our Kitchen Saver kitchen. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
This is pretty cool. This is a really interesting concept. We're gonna get to how we do this because intimidating is exactly the word. But how did you guys get started with this?
Yeah, so me and Justin started out as fourth-generation fishermen in the Long Island Sound, and we literally lost our fishery due to poor regulations and overfishing in the summer.
Okay.
So now at Lobster Boys, we only buy from in-season independent fishermen all over North Atlantic, and what happens is we'll buy direct from the fishermen, bring them to our facility, and put every single lobster through a beauty pageant.
Oh,
So
that's
what
we call it.
That's what we
Okay,
call
so
it.
what does that mean?
So we literally put every lobster through a grading where we grade them for size, quality, weight, and protein levels inside of them. And what we'll do is on our e-commerce site, lobsterboys.com, everybody gets the best pricing and the best quality based on a perfect lobster.
So can you tell us, when we're looking at this lobster, what are we looking for in a lobster? Like, what should it? I mean, obviously this is a good one.
Yeah,
or
when
you
you're
wouldn't
looking
have
for a
brought it,
hard shell lobster, I mean, if you want to look at the bottom of the claws, you'll see that there's this dark edge around it.
but- Here, show that to the camera right there.
You'll see that there's this dark edge around it.
Yep.
And most likely you'll grab the shell and you'll push on it and make sure that it's hard. It's not something that crunches or it's
Okay.
firm, because then you're going to get a lot of water that comes out of it instead of meat. And that's what we are guaranteeing. You know, our meat to shell ratio is usually 50% more, as you'll see when we break it down.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're a consumer, you want to pay for meat, not water.
Absolutely, and you want it to be really good too. And you guys know, because you said you're 4th generation
Yes.
fishermen. This is in your blood.
Yeah, it's our mission since you know, we lost our fishery, as Travis said. It's in our mission to give back to the fishermen and give the consumers something that has no middlemen, as we call them, the middlemen mafia. And we give them a product that is very affordable.
All right, so you're going to show us how to do this, how to break it down. So if we got one of your boxes in the mail, this is what we need to do.
Yep. So
Okay,
I would
show
say
us.
start with a pair of scissors and a knife. That's
Okay.
pretty much all you need from what we do. The first thing you want to do is you steam it or boil it, whatever you choose. Twist the tail to both sides, and then you want to just push it down. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Some people will take the scissors and they'll go up it. Like, you know, if you don't want to use your hands, I just crush it with my hands.
Well, this is something you're really good at.
Yeah,
but-
so you just crush it down, and then what you'll do is you'll pull it the other way and peel it apart. And what you'll get is
Oh my gosh, and it all came out. This
Yeah.
is typically something where you're working hard.
yeah, I mean, it's
Those are good tips. Okay.
so it is. I mean, it's a huge piece
That
of meat.
is a
will come
huge
out
piece of meat.
So the claws are my favorite part. They're very easy. Twist it down.
Oh, Courtney's in.
Twist it down.
She's in.
Twist it down.
She had enough. She was like, I'm coming.
Yeah, so the claws you want to separate from the knuckle. You just literally push it down against it.
Okay.
Gotta put some elbow grease.
Yeah, this guy's a little tougher than
That was
others.
a strong lobster.
So you'll get this, and then once you get this separated
This
from
is
the
the
knuckle,
hard part, right? Oh,
the
he's like,
knife's
I
going to
feel
be the
like
hard
I'm
part.
used to, like, a hammer,
The
just
thumb
like-
of it has a piece of cartilage that goes in here, so you're going to want to try to get that out. And what you're going to do is push it up, push it down, and then see that piece of cartilage? You got to make sure you get that out.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'll feed it to someone else that
You
crunching on
don't
it.
want that part.
This part is where you'll take the knife, you'll come back about 1.5 inches. You got to really give it, with our lobsters, you got to kind of give it a good hit. And then you'll see it just breaks open.
And then all the meat is inside there.
Push it out.
Whoa.
See, that's a good trick. I'm usually trying to like crack the shell in a million pieces.
That's
and,
a
like,
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll see like our lobsters.
You really
you
are
can,
picking the
you
best
can
of
see,
the best.
You can see like, look at the size of the claw and look at the size of the meat.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much
Hold
the,
up this meat so the camera right there can see that, because you have to see how much just came out of that claw.
I mean, it's literally just like when the shell showed. Wow.
So, and you do the same thing with this claw.
Okay.
And then what people do with the bodies is they put them in stew.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
you can flavor your bisque or whatever the case may be. These little legs are actually delicious if you break them off. I'll just do it. You break them off and then you take them at the knuckles, and you can actually, there's
Like a
thick
little
meat in here. You
crab.
can suck the meat out of it.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
My gosh.
So now the fun part for you girls is I'd say you should take a piece of that with your fork and
Oh,
dunk
we
it in
can
that
eat this
butter.
right here?
Oh, yeah, these are ready.
See, you came in
I
at the
came on
best
a good
time.
day. This is awesome.
Love lobster here.
Oh my gosh. This is
How is it?
Wow.
See, that feeling right there is what we want everybody in America to feel. And the people that like lobster, I mean, like us, we eat it 3 times a week just
Really?
because, especially now, the price is so affordable.
So
that,
good.
you know, we're down at $9.95 a pound right now for our lowest priced lobsters. And
What a dream.
it's just, it's a superfood. It's got amino acids. The protein in it is unbelievable. There's no adulteration. It's no farm raised. It's only wild caught. It's really a special product, and most people aren't even aware of it.
Yeah. And it comes in a box like this to your door?
Speaking of that box, we got a little surprise
Yeah,
for you, but
surprise
yes,
for
it
you
does
girls.
come in a box like
What do we
this.
have?
So for Father's Day, we have a promotion on our website, and these are
Holy
jumbos.
cow, they're alive.
Are they like? That thing's like the size of my dog.
Oh my gosh.
So this is about a 8-pound lobster.
You
And
want me
as
to hold it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can just hold it by its claw.
Few girls wanna hold
that
it.
claw and that
Yeah.
claw.
He won't bite you. Look at him.
No,
These
he's
little
on,
guys will
he's
get
on.
you.
That is amazing, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. That's incredible. Thank you so much. That was
Yes.
so good, too, by the way. Oh, my gosh. If you want to watch any of these segments again from today's show, be sure to join us today at 3 o'clock on our free 10 Tampa Bay streaming app. You can download and watch it on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I told you it was going to be a surprise. I think it was going to be a lot of fun.
Are you ready if you get into a serious car accident? When I lost my dad in a crash,
Bern's Steakhouse has been a place where people celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and every milestone in between. But this year, it has a special celebration of its own, its 70th anniversary. And in this Great Day Dining, we are taking you inside this iconic restaurant to get a small taste of this truly incredible experience. The dining experience here at Bern's is really unlike any other. Nate Wilson is the director of Spirits, and it has so much history. Could you kind of walk us through that?
Absolutely. Bern started in 1956. At that time, it was a strip mall with a 5-a-dime liquor store, dry cleaners, barber shop, and Bern just kind of gradually acquired those and kind of expanded to what we have here today.
And we're in the bar area, which is newly renovated.
About 3 years in, I think, now. And basically, we just took it to the last nail and started all over and kind of flip-flopped it on everybody.
And then the dining room and the dessert room and the wine cellar, there's just such an experience. It's not just about coming to dinner. What do you think it is about Bern's? Because so many people will say, where should I go in Tampa? And this is the name that comes up.
Well, we're iconic. You can get lost here, honestly. It's an experience in itself. It's where you take somebody when they're coming to town and you're trying to impress them.
And then we can't not talk about the food.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. What do we have here at the table?
We have our classic shrimp cocktail. We have our Okinawa sweet potato, which has our macadamia nut butter and candied ginger. Yes.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes, asparagus, and then, of course, what we're known for our steaks. This is our ribeye with a side of greens.
Yeah, you are known for
green
that.
beans,
If people
yes.
want a really good steak, they come here.
Absolutely.
And it's a huge year. It's the 70th anniversary.
Yes, yes, and we're working on some very special projects for that. I know on my end, we're working on a whiskey blend with rare character. And I can't give it away. The label's going to be a surprise. And it's something that we've never done with a label before. So I'm excited with that. And then we are working on a blend, a cognac blend. Very excited to be here for the 70th anniversary.
All right, we had mentioned the wine cellar a couple of times, so we're about to go take a tour there.
Okay.
And we can take our wine glasses when we go.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We have made our way down to the wine cellar. Brad Dixon is the senior sommelier here at Bern's. Thanks for doing this with us.
problem.
You have to take the wine tour when you come to Bern's.
It's one of the most important parts, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Close to 4,000 square foot down here. We have roughly 60, 70,000 bottles. I'm not quite sure how much we have down here. But the warehouse across the street has 500,000 plus.
Oh, so it has more.
Yeah, I should point out the rare room behind us is all our rarest and oldest bottles, hence the plastic wraps on some of them. I mean, like, look, just random 1961 Bordeaux just laying around. You won't see that in too many places.
What are we going to learn when we're taking this tour?
Well, you're going to learn this is certainly the largest restaurant collection in the world, one of the largest wine collections in the world. It's almost a 70-year commitment by the Laxer family, started by our founder, Bern, and his son, David, has continued the tradition, if you will, of collecting greatest wines in the world. I think the coolest thing about this cellar is that Bern treated every wine like it was a Grand Cru Burgundy or a first growth Bordeaux. And when you come down here, you feel the temperature. I mean, It's cold down here. It's about 55 degrees here. And what that does is it slows the aging process down on our oldest wines. And we still have wines going back. I know that we do have some Madeiras and ports going back to the 1820s still.
It's got to be really cool for you too to take people through this tour and to allow them to experience what has been, you know, this collection.
I mean, this is the coolest part of this restaurant. This is such an amazing restaurant.
It is.
And I think this is the heart right here. This, to be able to come here and find wines that you can't find in any place. I mean, people come from around the world, literally. People that have great wine collections of their own, they come here to find things specifically that they can't find other places. So that's what makes it exciting.
You cannot leave Burns without visiting the dessert room. Hannah Thomas is the pastry chef. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Of course, thanks for coming
This is
by.
such a special place to have here. Tell us a little bit about the dessert room.
So our dessert room, if you have a reservation at Burns, you can come up for dessert, and you can even make reservations for dessert only from 6 to 6:45. It started with Bern and Gert traveling, looking for wine, and they met Harry Waugh. After their dinner, they went to a separate room to have cheese and wine, and they loved the idea of going to a separate room for dessert. And then 7 years later, the dessert room was created.
And it's a beautiful space. It's separate from the dining room. You go upstairs and you have these beautiful booths and all of that. So the experience
private booths are made from restored wine casks, so that's super cool. And then you have the phones in there that you can listen to the piano player or listen to any. There's little buttons you can select music on or just listen to the piano and request songs from him.
Yeah, so the experience is great, but it's really the dessert that we're here for. So these two specifically are your creation.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind this?
Right, that's our limoncello icebox pie.
I'm gonna try it as you described.
Okay. It's a graham cracker cake and a limoncello curd with a little mascarpone whipped cream on top. This is our Dutch apple pie. It's been on the menu for about a year. It has the Granny Smith apples in it with the brown sugar caramel inside, and it has a crumble on top with caramel ice cream served with caramel sauce. So that's
wonderful.
a fun classic pie.
Yes, it's so good. And then this is something that will never come off the menu.
This will never come off the menu. This is our macadamia nut sundae. Bern worked with a food scientist to create this recipe. They tried multiple recipes. They worked on it for 7 years. So it's our macadamia nut ice cream, whipped cream, hot fudge, a house-made waffle bowl, and toasted macadamia nuts. There's nowhere else you can get this.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you for coming.
If you want to make a reservation for a special occasion or maybe just have a fabulous night out, go to burnsteakhouse.com. Our next guest has refreshing summer mocktails to sip and some books you can take to the beach. You can join our summer book club. That's right after the break. Summer's heating up, so you're probably headed to the pool, you're headed to the beach, and you may want to take a book with you. So here in our Kitchen Saver kitchen with her picks for you, as well as some summer mocktails, is author and actress Kristen Ouellette. Good to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
We love this, a little mocktail when you head to the beach. You got to stay cool. It's so hot. Courtney's
absolutely.
like, hottest days of the year are coming up.
They
So
are. This is nice
perfect.
and refreshing. Nice little mocktails for us prepared this morning. So,
yeah, we need some summer reads. So you brought a couple examples of what we can. So we want to start with this one, and the author's someone you might know.
Definitely someone you might know. So first pick is called Reasons to Be Loved by You. Now this is by Hannah Brown, who is the former Bachelorette. Now, interesting story about this book. It follows a former Southern pageant girl who goes on reality TV and is recovering from a horrendous, very public breakup where she finds out that her fiance was dating someone else the entire time. The guy she was like on the show with.
Yeah.
Lots of drama, right? So little real life
So she
examples in
like
there.
kind of weaved that
weaving
into
it,
the
I think.
storyline.
She did, yes.
Interesting. But she
So-
says is it true or not
Well,
true?
so this is a
it's
fiction.
based.
Yeah, this is just maybe like inspired by some real true events here and there. But so she goes to her Georgia Lake house and, you know, kind of licking her wounds, kind of recovery time, 4th of July weekend, great lake vibes if you like the Carly Fortune books that are out right now. So then her younger brother shows up, announces that he's getting married to the girl that her fiance was dating the whole time. So talk about
a twist.
Drama. Yes. This whole book is full of so much family drama and twists, and the tension is so thick.
Yeah.
This is one that you just continue. You can't put down.
You're
right?
right,
It's
because
just
it'd be like
what's
someone
next?
telling you that story. Like, oh my gosh, give me all of the details.
Yes, like what happened then? Like
Yes.
what? Yes. Oh my gosh, this book is so great. So I wanted to go with the lake vibes for our drink for this one. So I've already got some organic lemonade poured in here. And then I wanted to pair it with something sparkling. So this is not too sweet. This is a strawberry rhubarb. I'll have you pop that, and you can go ahead and throw that in. And then a fun little trick I do for summer drinks. I actually like to freeze the fruit. So I have frozen a bunch of little wild-caught blueberries here.
This smells really good.
Toss them in. Isn't it good? You can take a quick sip of it. It's very good. So these are all frozen blueberries. Now, once you mix these in, I don't know if the camera can see this, it turns such a beautiful color.
It does. That's so summery.
Then we are gonna stick a couple cute little lemons in here as well. And we'll just stick one more in there. And then, this is a fun little trick that my kids also love. Do you like the little sour strips? Have you seen these?
Oh, yeah.
Like the candy, right? So stick a little blueberries on the bottom, and there's your little garnish with a
sugar in
fun
there.
little straw. And then here's your first little mocktail, 4 reasons
It's
to be
so
loved by you.
pretty.
Isn't it great?
So cute. Let's see.
Kind of nice.
Oh, it's so refreshing.
It is.
And
It's
light.
not too sweet, right?
It's not sweet at all. The lemonade in that like cuts it almost.
Perfect little pairing for that. And now also
This is
fun
good.
fact, she is actually coming on book tour. So this book comes out next Tuesday.
Okay.
And she's coming on book tour. She's going to be at the New Romantics in Orlando, and I'm hosting it for her, which will be
wonderful.
so fun. We're going to have lots of people there, I'm going to ask her all the questions.
Yes, you
Like,
need all
tell
the
me
dirt.
all the things that are real, what really happened.
Yes, she
I'm
might
so
not share it with
curious.
everybody, but she'll share it
She
with
might
you.
not.
And then you'll share it with me. Perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, what's our next book?
Yes. Oh, next one is called Forever is the Sweetest Con. Now, this book is so fantastic. This is a debut. This came out on Tuesday, so it literally is brand new to the world. It is by Joanna Thurlow. She's a Canadian author. Now, this one I like to describe. If you took Love Island meets Survivor, that's kind of what we're dealing with here.
That's a
Right?
lot.
So it starts nice and sweet, and then a little bite to it by the end. So it is about this down-on-her-luck bartender who ends up getting on a dating reality show, $250,000 prize. But once she's on the show, she meets a musician, and they come up with this con. They're going to con the show. They're going to win the $250,000. Oh. So everything goes as well as it could when you have no food, no water, no shelter. It's like a survival,
That sounds awful.
type of an environment. It does. Until one day, they wake up and the crew has mysteriously vanished.
Oh, now you're stuck.
They're stuck. And then all of a sudden it turns into like this survival mystery in the Canadian wilderness. It is crazy.
Terrifying.
It's crazy.
Terrifying is the word.
It is one when you finish the chapter and it's at night and you're like, oh gosh, what happens next? And then you can't put it down. Like that is this book for
Those
sure.
are the best kinds of books.
They are.
They are. So what
Absolutely
cocktail
are.
do you even go with for this one?
Well, I wanted to start sweet and then have a little bite at the end. So in here already, we have a little bit of the organic tart cherry juice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have you add just a little bit of sparkling lemon lime in this.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add just a little garnish of a lemon, and I thought the cherry looked cute. It really doesn't do anything. I felt like
but
we
a
needed-
garnish does it.
I know. I feel like the garnishes just look so pretty at the end, and a little bite at the end. So this is a little trick that I learned. Put a little sprig of rosemary in it, and it's going to have a little bite at the end. So let's try here. You can hold that one up. This is going to be a little
so pretty.
Yeah. Oh wait, we should stir it before you. Wait a second.
Stir it up.
There we go. Stir it up just a little
If
bit.
this was a cocktail, not stirring it would cause some issues.
It
but
would,
we're
it
good.
would, yes.
Okay.
It'd be a really fun morning then.
Oh, I like it. It's nice.
Isn't it fun?
It does have
Yes.
a little bite, that like
Little
the
bite to
tartness
it.
of the cherry.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
That's
I'm
so
so
good.
excited about both these picks. Debut author, this is her third book. Just love both of these books for summer picks and the drinks.
Yes, and the
So,
drinks,
yeah.
these are great. This is a great pool drink. And a book. I love the book
And
ideas.
a
You always bring the best
book.
ideas. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
If people want to follow along with you, and what's the best way we can follow you?
Yes, I'm really active on Instagram under KT Wallet, 2 L's, 2 T's. And then my book also, As a Last Resort, is out, and you can pick that up and stick it in your beach bag as well.
Can't wait. Thank you so much. Great ideas.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
Talk about a good day to be a host. I got some matcha, lobster, and a mocktail, and they're all amazing. And good things are happening this weekend. USA and Australia, they go head-to-head tomorrow, actually on Friday, in the World Cup. The game is in Seattle. It's at 3 o'clock, so you can watch it at 3 here. There's a watch party at Janice Live. We chatted about that earlier with Courtney. But they came here last week to the show, and they talked about Game 1 and all the excitement at Al Lang Stadium.
Well, soccer fever is on fire in the USA, and
that doesn't get you hype.
So
I don't know what's going to. Just because Tampa Bay isn't one of the host cities does not mean you can't gather with other fans and other friends and cheer on Team USA. Joining us is People and President of PMB Events. Jeff Antonella is with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and Delfina Diaz-Sparrow is the president of the American Outlaws St. Pete chapter. Welcome. So I sat down. I was like, is this decoration? I was like, how are we going to put these on?
I know.
You guys are all dressed up. You look great.
We are throwing Tampa Bay's biggest World Cup watch parties at Al Lang Stadium with the Rowdies. It's going to be incredible.
Love it. That's amazing. So
there will be an American Outlaws tailgate that Delfina's setting up in the Al Lang parking lot. Parking will be available for attendees too. We're really affordable, doing $5 parking, $10 tickets. The Rowdies have been really great with that. We've got a great promotion with Michelob Ultra, our partner sponsor. We're going to have lots of giveaways, lots of festivity, a little pipe and drum, do some cheerleading and stuff. Yeah. We might go tarps off, you know, we might start It's going to be a really great time, a lot of patriotism. My friend John Senig from 102.5 The Bone is going to be there co-hosting with us too. It's just going to be a festive fun, a lot of patriotism and a lot of soccer hooligans.
Yeah, Delfina, you got to tell us about the American Outlaws.
American Outlaws has been around in this area for St. Pete 2014, and we go all over, like U.S. men, women, even the youth national team. We go out there and support. Mary Margaret's is our chapter bar, so any U.S. game, go to Mary Margaret's. You'll see 1 or 200 people packed into Mary Margaret's. So to be a member for Mary Margaret's, not Mary Margaret's, but American Outlaws, it's $30. $5 go back to the chapter to do giveaways, more drums, more stuff.
What we're seeing.
Yeah, that's us 4 years ago, cheering, chanting, drumming.
All right, well, we have to talk about the Rowdies because the Rowdies are on fire too. I think this whole energy may be kind of spilling over to the Rowdies. What have you seen there? And talk about your undefeated season so far.
Yeah, I mean, so far everything's been electric, right? And we're so happy to be hosting this event at Al Lang Stadium because Al Lang Stadium is so historic and it means so much to us, and the team's been doing so well. So we're unbeaten in 15 games. Yeah. We had a really late night last night. That's why my voice is a little bit relaxed because we're a little bit tired after the late night. But we went tarps off last night. We had some fun last night. I got to hang out with the crowd, but because every 4 years there's 2 months. Where everybody really loves soccer, so we really want to get people involved, and we're so excited to team up for this event and just host so many different soccer fans at Al Lang Stadium for this. And when they have fun Friday night, then they can come out and watch the team on Saturday as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been a while, 32 years since the World Cup's been here. So you really can feel the energy to have it back in the United States, right?
It's really a unique thing too. We were talking about it yesterday. It's like a lot of sporting events you go to, there's a mixed crowd, it's a Bears-Packers, it's a 60-40 split, or you go to a Bucks game, sometimes you go to Tropicana Field, it's really lopsided. But for a Team USA watch party, it is 99% red, white, and blue. There's nothing like that collective community vibe and that feel, that energy, that frenetic energy that we're bringing. And these are real photos that we took 4 years ago, and we're going to replicate a lot of that. We just need help from the boys on the pitch to put some in the back of the net. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
enjoy.
Go Team USA.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. It's a lot of fun.
See you then.
Go hang out with them at Janice Live. And if you want to watch any of the segments again from today's show, maybe you missed details about Rock the Block this weekend, or those books that Kristen just shared with us, or The Lobster. You can't forget about The Lobster Boys. Watch the show again at 3 p.m. on our free 10 Tampa Bay streaming app. Download and watch it on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to leave you now with music from Lily Grace, who was on our show earlier this week. Hope you have a great day.
The Great Day Live Kitchen is sponsored by Kitchen Saver, Custom Cabinet Renewal.
Thank you.
Alarm starts ringing like a rooster singing, pull the covers back over my head. I'll chase my plans, sit the crying again. I wanna lie here dreaming instead. I wonder what it's like to live in no strings, life to grab life by the moment. Take a leap and just believe whatever hits me, I'm on it. Give me that moment. Party crowd raising their hands up high. But face sunrises. Give me that, 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 yeah. Working on the weekend, every minute I spend pushing it to the edge. Caught up in the crazy, all